here to help us celebrate our beautiful new school. I am Jackie Wiseman. I'm the chair of the School Planning Committee. Before we get started with our program, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This project has truly been a labor of love, and I feel incredibly privileged to have been able to be part of it and to have been able to work with the very talented and dedicated members of this team. I want to thank the members of the School Planning Committee, the group who was responsible to oversee all aspects of this project for their dedication, their innovative ideas, and their time. Dr. Alicia Cabral, Superintendent of Schools, Connor Reed, it's a long list. Connor Reed, Town Administrator, Dottie Fulgenetti, Select Board Chair, David Fields, Director of Public Works, David Twombly, Director of Operations, Sam Cedarbaum, Principal of the Blanche A. Ames Elementary School, Ann Weintraub, EL Coordinator and Director of Curriculum, Patrick Helen, Finance Committee Chair, Billy Sobrai, Community Member, Ken Carlson, Municipal Building Committee Member, Captain Tim Vamosi, Finance Committee Member, Jane Martin, Community Member and former School Committee Member, Caroline O'Neill, former School Committee Member, and of course, our partners from PMA Consultants, Walter Hartley, Chad Crittenden, Chris Loeffler, and Chris Urbano, and from Perkins Eastman, Dan Colley, Don Guerrero, and Peter Romaines, and of course, Lynn Souza, Administrative Assistant to Dr. Cabral. This would not have been possible without the substantial support from the Massachusetts School Building Authority. We are extremely grateful for the funding and the guidance throughout this project. We are happy to have Mary Pinchetti, Executive Director, here with us today. I also want to thank our outstanding Owners Project Management team from PMA Consultants, Walter Hartley, Chad Crittenden, Chris Loeffler, and Chris Urbano. I have to say I've had a lot of fun walking through the school week after week with them and seeing all the progress that happened each week. I cannot stress enough how important this team was to the success of this project. Thank you also to our very talented architects at Perkins Eastman, Dan Colley, Don Guerrero, and Peter Romaines and their team. From the shape of the structure to the placement of the windows to the color scheme, this team worked to make sure our school would be a place where our children could learn and have fun and love school. Every part of the building was thoughtfully planned out, discussed, and sometimes revised. It was an education listening to this team. And of course, thank you to the team who built the school, great builders. TJ Dahill, Joe Amara, Chris Bertone, and Bob Brait, Michael Brait, and Stephen Brait, and their team. Thank you for all the hours spent on site, for overseeing the hundreds of subcontractors, and for making this dream a reality. Thank you to all the Easton Public School employees, town employees, and community members who donated their time to participate in focus groups to make sure this school would meet the needs of our youngest learners and our community. I would be remiss if I didn't thank our incredible delegation, Senator Timilty, Representative Doherty, Representative Cassidy, and Congressman Lynch, for their continued support of this project. Both Senator Timilty and Representative Doherty visited our school during the construction many times. And of course, this project would not have been possible without the active involvement and support of our select board members. Dottie Fulgenetti, Craig Barger, Mark Lamb, Jen Stacy, and Jamie Steffen. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And a huge thank you to Dave Fields' team at the DPW, whose help was invaluable during this project. Thank you also to the EPS custodians who were there whenever we needed them. And of course, we cannot thank enough Assistant Superintendent Chrissy Pruitt, Director of Operations David Twombly, Principal Sam Cedarbaum, Director of EL and Curriculum Ann Weintraub, Assistant Principal Erin Finn, and Administrative Assistants Lynn Souza, Julie Shine, and Jody Allen, and all the central office team. The amount of time and work that went into writing an education plan, planning and coordinating the move of 3 schools into one, and making a smooth transition for our families, teachers, staff, and youngest learners in the middle of the school year was quite an enormous undertaking. And to my school committee, both current and former members, Jen Starr, Michelle Durant, Nancy DeLuca, Lauren Loomis, Caroline O'Neill, and Jane Martin, not only for your support, but also for naming the school after a remarkable woman, Blanche Ames, an activist, artist, inventor, and engineer, and whose innovations made a difference in this community and beyond. We hope her spirit will inspire and empower our youngest learners to grow, explore, and reach new stars. And now I want to introduce Jane Martin, former chair of the school planning committee and former school committee member. Jane worked tirelessly to get funding for this project passed at the town meeting and at the polls, and has championed many other school projects for the benefit of all of us.
Thank you very much, Jackie. I want to thank and acknowledge Jackie Wiseman for her steadfast commitment to our students, both as a member of the school committee and as chair of the school planning committee. Jackie became chair of the school planning committee during the critically important construction phase of this project. She was willing to devote an incredible amount of her time, and more importantly, brought a meticulous attention to detail to her work. I can't think of a better person to have held this role while this building came to life. It is such an honor and a pleasure to be here today. I've been thinking so much about this ceremony and this project over the last couple of weeks. While we are all gathered for the purpose of the ribbon cutting on the Blanche A. Ames Elementary School, this ceremony, this day, speaks to so much more. You just heard Jackie provide a long list of thank yous. That long list is evidence of something that is pervasive in our town. People who step forward and support causes that are so important for our community. That tradition of volunteerism is evident in so many places. Today, it is evident in this new elementary school, a school that could not have happened without the effort of so many people. People who came to design focus groups, people who attended town meetings, people who knocked on doors, and the voters who said yes to the investment in this new school. But this new school is just the latest example of this tradition in our town. Whether it is supporting a new building project, joining an organization like the Eastern Lions Club or the Eastern Wings of Hope, or our OA students who spend a day volunteering during the Day of Kindness every single year, our town can cite example after example after example of community members who step forward and make a difference. The other thing that strikes me about today is that our town keeps looking forward and that our vision for the future is aspirational. Look at this school. The playground, the bright classrooms, the sensory gardens, the ramp, the community spaces. They were designed to inspire our students. They were designed to provide our educators with the tools they so richly deserve. When the school planning committee began meeting in the summer of 2017, we shared our ideas, our hopes, our aspirations for this school. And as we stand here today, in front of this reality, I am in awe of what we have accomplished together. I hope that, like me, you feel incredibly fortunate to live in or work in our town. We have that rare combination of good governance combined with an informed and active citizenry. We seem to be able to balance the proper reverence for the past and the traditions it protects with an excitement about the future and the opportunities it promises. Everyone is always asking, what is next and how can I help? Today, as we celebrate the Blanche A. Ames Elementary School, we can truly see the power in those sentiments.
Thank you.
Incredible honor to introduce Dr. Alicia Cabral, Superintendent of the Easton Public Schools. She is a thoughtful leader, she is fiercely committed to all of our students, and she understands that our staff are the foundation for success. She has cultivated an environment of collaboration, curiosity, and creativity. She is invested in Easton, and her investment has benefited us tremendously. Dr. Cabral.
Thank you, and thank you so much for braving the sun and being here. I ordered sun and not rain, but this was a little overboard. Sorry. I am very excited to be here today. This has been 8 years in the making, and it's hard to believe it's actually here. I will spend my time talking about this amazing building. Just want to mention that, of course, I echo the sentiments of both Jane and Jackie. We can't do any of this unless we do it as a team. I've never been part of a town or community where that's been more true. Every single department in this town has worked with us in tandem, cooperatively, collaboratively, peacefully, if you can believe it, for the entirety of this project. And we are just so grateful to be working with them. This building had 7 important themes, and I'm going to touch on them quickly. I hope you'll be able to stay for our tours that start at 11 o'clock so that you can see all of them for yourselves as part of the tour. The first was, we said from the very beginning, our goal was really just to elevate the physical structure that we were providing the students of Easton to the level of education they were receiving. Our staff is second to none. They are dedicated, they love their children, they love your children, and they love what they do every day. We needed a space that honored that and let them be unfettered by the physical space around them and how they were teaching your children. We wanted small learning communities. We know we were taking 3 beloved small schools and bringing them into one, and that was a tall order. But through the magnificent design of Perkins Eastman and the vision of Don Barriello and Peter Romaine, we were able to do exactly that. And when you are in our buildings, whether it's now or in the future, or you watch the tours that we filmed for ECAT, that you will see when you're standing in front of any one of our classrooms, look around. We call them neighborhoods. There are only 4 or 5 clustered together. When you drive the length of this school, it looks huge, and it is, but we've done our best to make every space manageable for littles. Whether it's our large cafeteria, our large gymnasium, everything can be compartmentalized down to their size. And we hope you'll hear that either on the video tour or in the physical tour today. We wanted it to be a welcome and usable space for community members, including adult groups with no children involved. You'll see that from the spaces themselves to the color palettes we chose, all of the fun, interactive color is down on the level of the children. Above that, look around. You'll see beautiful wooden timbers, bright natural light, muted earth tones. It creates a very sophisticated space, no matter what type of club, activity, recreational league, or council that you may want to have in our spaces. We welcome you, and we're excited to have you in them, something we were never able to offer from our elementary schools before. We wanted them to be flexible, from the wall spaces to the footprints to the furniture we've chosen. We don't know what the future will hold. Education has changed so much in the 60 years from when our other schools were built until now. We tried to put every possible element of flexibility into it so that we can account for the unaccountable, predict the unpredictable, and make it a usable space for decades to come. We committed to universal accessibility. Every space, from the playground to the classrooms to the central ramp, was designed thoughtfully with that in mind, with our children in mind. From pre-K to 2, this building was made for children who are 3 years old to maybe 9 years old. You'll see the low windows on purpose so they can see outside and access nature. The ramp so that children can be together when they traverse up to the media center and get those beloved books and materials and go up to the art rooms on the second floor and go up with their classmates and not have to be separated to an elevator. Their grandparents can easily traverse up and around the building. Every playground space, every outdoor space is universally accessible. No matter your age, no matter your ability, no matter your background, you are welcome here, and the physical space is a manifestation of that ideology. We also wanted to be environmentally and fiscally responsible, and we achieved both of those goals. From the green roof that's above us to the outdoor accessibility in play spaces, the mechanical systems. You'll see them on the tour. Please watch for them. We're solar ready. We look forward to lowering our footprint in the community. And finally, we wanted to pay homage to our beloved community of Easton and to the extraordinary Blanche Ames. We have taken her philosophy from the design of Borderland, incorporated it in many ways as we could. You'll see when you go up the ramp, there is a biography of Mrs. Ames and her accomplishments. She was a woman before her time, and I have to say, for the last 8 years, I've been geeking out, hoping this would be named after her, and just pray that we've done her proud. You will see the biography also spans the generations, which I feel she would have appreciated. We had such an outstanding design team that they allowed us to be a little more creative than I'd like to think most people are. We invited students from Oliver Ames High School, who are now graduates, to help us come up with the design. When you go up and down that ramp, every biographical element on that was created by Oliver Ames young women who met with the design team over COVID. We had professionals in New York and Boston and our young ladies. I couldn't have been a more proud mama bear in my life, except for my own children. And some of them are here today, and I really want to make sure that we acknowledge that they're here and that they have a lasting imprint, literally, on this building. First, Stripes, our tiger, our logo. You'll see it in the center of our gymnasium. You'll see it in all of our correspondence and all of our PR documents. Was designed by a very talented artist, a graduate of Oliver Ames, Abe Kempner. He's here today. Thank you, Abe. He will be a part of Oliver Ames. He will be a part of Blanche Ames' history forever. And then our ramp, students, Aiden Marcus, Anna Gaylor, Emma Lawson, Haley Chan, Kirsten Chan, and Olivia Pierce. Ladies. Like Blanche Ames, young women before their time. As you heard, she was an activist, she was an inventor, an artist, a suffragette, a public servant. We hope that you will enjoy the building, but never forget where it came from and the intentions that were put into them for this beautiful and amazing town of Easton. We can't do any of it without the support of the town. I just want to remind you that we are humbled and blessed to serve you and your children every day. We thank you so much with deep gratitude that you continue to support our efforts on behalf of your children and the future of this beautiful town. We thank you for letting us be a part of it, and we promise we will never let you down. Thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting us. It is my pleasure to now welcome the Executive Director of the Massachusetts School Building Authority that granted us over 50% of the eligible expense funding for this amazing building, Ms. Mary Piketty.
Good morning, Easton. As was just stated, I am Executive Director of the Mass School Building Authority. I was appointed on July 1st of this year, and this is my first ceremony. So it's wonderful to be here today. I really appreciate all the comments that your leadership have made to date, and it's very clear why this has been such a successful project and a successful community. On behalf of Deb Goldberg, Treasurer Goldberg, Chief Executive Officer Jim McDonald, and the MSBA, I'm very happy to be here today and want to congratulate the town of Easton on the new Ames Elementary School. This school will provide an educationally appropriate and healthy learning environment for all of Easton's pre-K to grade 2 students. MSBA staff has been pleased to partner with the town of Easton and its project teams, as has been mentioned, PMA Consultants, Perkins Eastman, and Great Builders. Easton and its team have worked countless hours to bring this project to fruition, and it's great to be here today to see the results. Together, you have created a building that welcomes all of its youngest learners, and as I've learned here this morning, goes beyond the youngest learners, but welcomes the community as well. Their approach to a universal design that can be found throughout the school, the cafeteria, the platform, the circulation between floors, the playgrounds. I look forward to seeing them. They seem unparalleled to other schools I've been to. This is a building that I believe Blanche Ames would be proud of. Easton has created a wonderful tribute to Blanche's legacy, the Orchid Lawn. It is not only a demonstration of her artistry, but creates a learning opportunity and inspiration for all of Easton's students. I would also like to commend the community who demonstrated their commitment to their children by voting to support this new school, investing not only in the current Easton students, but generations to come. I would also commend the support and advocacy from our partners in the legislature for being strong proponents for this project and the MSBA. In closing, the MSBA appreciates its partnership with the town. It is our honor to be here with you today to cut the ribbon and celebrate the opening of the new Blanche Ames Elementary School. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Piketty. I would now like to welcome to the podium Dottie Fulginetti, Chair of the Easton Select Board.
Thank you. So much has been said. I just want to express our appreciation and honor from the Select Board to be a part of this amazing project. Thank you again to all the community members and people that made this happen. And just something as a little anecdote, one of the things that I was really excited about is as the school started to get ready to open, hearing some of the comments from the children and the parents, the squeals of delight by coming by and hearing kids out here playing that we can hear now. This is just so amazing. I can't say anything more than that, so thank you everyone.
Thank you, Dottie. I'd now like to welcome Town Administrator Connor Reed.
Thank you. 2 years ago, just behind where we're all gathered today, we gathered outside of Parkview Elementary School to break ground on what would become this amazing facility. That was April in 2021. We had all just come through that fearful first year of the pandemic. Despite great economic uncertainty and significant amount of personal and communal hardship, this project proceeded undeterred and undaunted, and it represented this community's commitment to better days ahead. The project started long before that groundbreaking. It took thousands of professional and volunteer hours, spanning back nearly a decade. And without the labor and the vision of those educators, parents, neighbors, facilities professionals, nurses, elected officials, Easton would never have been in the position in the first place to receive the critical MSBA funding to make this project possible. Our determination to see this project through is evident in its completion on schedule and 14 million under budget. Undeterred and uninterrupted by a global pandemic. I'd like to recognize and give a round of applause to our project managers at PMA, our design team at Perkins Eastman, and Brave Builders for that incredible accomplishment. Thank you. As befitting the namesake of this building, I would like to recognize the extraordinary women who led this project, who lead this district, and lead this town. Current and former chairs of School Planning Committee Jane Martin and Jackie Weissman, Superintendent Dr. Cabral, School Committee Chair Den Starr, and Select Board Chair Dottie Fortunetti. Thank you to our elected leadership, federal, state, and local, represented here today, and also to the MSBA Executive Director Pichetti for making investments like this possible. I'd like to thank and recognize all the school and town staff who worked tirelessly, but mostly out of the public view behind the scenes for years throughout design and construction. I'd also like to thank and recognize all the spouses, children, and families who supported a loved one who's worked on this project for the past 6 years. Projects like this don't happen overnight, and they don't happen without a lot of us missing many nights and weekends with our loved ones, and so all of our families deserve recognition for that as well. Thank you. Finally, thank you to the residents and the voters in Easton. Without your support, projects like this are not possible. This project represented the most ambitious building project we've ever done in scope or investment. You showed up to meetings, you participated in the planning, you went to town meeting in the polls, and you voted overwhelmingly to invest in the future of Easton. You'll be asked to make such a decision again this fall, whether we replace our 70-year-old police, fire, and public works facilities to provide safe, healthy, and modern buildings for our first responders. Many of whom are here today. They brought some of their toys with them. And many who have committed countless hours to plan review and safety inspections to see this project through to completion. But before we embark on our next project, let's take a moment to celebrate today as proof of the power of determination, of community, and of the collective optimism we've all shared to do the bold, ambitious, and necessary work today so that we can leave a brighter future for our children and for this community tomorrow. Thank you.
And I would like to welcome Blanche A. Ames Elementary School's first principal, Sam Cedarbaum.
Thank you, Dr. Cabral. Today marks a momentous occasion in the history of our town as we gather to celebrate the completion of the Blanche A. Ames Elementary School. This ribbon-cutting ceremony signifies not only a physical addition to our campus, but also a symbol of progress, growth, and the unwavering commitment to education. As we stand here today, we're reminded of the countless hours of planning, dedication, and hard work that have brought us to this point. We are grateful to everyone who has played a role in bringing this project to fruition, our dedicated teachers, our passionate students, our supportive parents, and the Easton residents who all believed in our mission. Without you and your unwavering support, none of this would have been possible. This state-of-the-art facility is not just a structure of bricks and mortar. It is a place where dreams will be nurtured, where minds will be shaped and where futures will be built. It will be a sanctuary of knowledge, a haven of creativity, and a hub of innovation. It will serve as a testament to our commitment to providing an exceptional learning environment for generations to come. As we cut this ribbon today, we are not just opening doors, but we are opening minds and opening possibilities. The classrooms within these walls will be filled with laughter, curiosity, and creativity of our students. The media center will be a gateway to endless knowledge. The sports facilities, both indoors and out in front of us, will witness the determination and the teamwork of our athletes across the district, while the art spaces will showcase the talents that make our school community vibrant and diverse. Thank you for being a part of this remarkable journey. Blanche A. Ames Elementary School will be the beginning of our students' journey in the Easton Public Schools. Together, we will continue to shape young minds, empower dreams, and create a brighter future for everyone. Thank you.
Okay, we will abuse your attention no longer. We are about to cut the ribbon. Yes, we have the big scissors and everything, thanks to our Ames Library. What we're going to do, I'm just going to tell you about the festivities first, so that you can just take right off when we're done with the ribbon cutting. Off to your right, we have, if you haven't seen it already, we've got some information about our new public projects, but we've also got balloon twisting and face painting activities for the children. Of course, our beautiful playgrounds are open. We have a pre-kindergarten for the smallest children right at that black fence there. We also have this natural playground in our huge playground across the front of the school that's appropriate for all age levels. Again, all of them universally accessible, so please walk around and enjoy them. We also have food trucks behind you, and our wonderful partners on the town side, the DPW, Lucini Bus Transportation, the fire department and the police department have a Touch a Truck event. Please go over and bring your children. They think it's wonderful, and so do we. Before that, we are going to have our ribbon cutting. One last thing, excuse me. The cones you see to your left are the beginning of the tours. And so the last group I would like to acknowledge, and certainly not the least, is that of Blanche Ames' relatives. She has family members here today that I would like, if you are a family member of Blanche Ames, I'd like you to just raise your hand for us, please, and be acknowledged. Family members of Blanche Ames. It's so exciting for me. As I said, I've been fangirling quite a bit here. It's my version of Taylor Swift. I guess, very proud of that. And so we're going to be offering tours. So any member of Mrs. Ames' family and our invited dignitaries, we're going to ask to line up first after the ribbon cutting, and I'll be happy to give that tour myself. After that, we have wonderful staff members who are going to take you on tours. Please come and see the building. If for some reason the line's too long or you can't make it today, or it is a long tour, if it's too long for you, please watch our video from our partners on ECAT. Have done a lovely video of the inside of the building. You have to listen to Sam and I again, but it is a nice tour of the building, and we welcome you to see that as well. So we are going to have 2 ribbon cuttings here today. I think it's very appropriate for an elementary school. First, right across here, we are going to have our invited dignitaries here. We are going to cut the first ribbon. When that's done, so parents, prepare yourself. When that's finished and we clear that away and the obligatory photos are taken, we're going to have a second ribbon, and we invite any children of any age, children, not young at heart. We're going to ask them to please come up. We're going to have each of them touch the second ribbon while Principal Cedarbaum cuts that second ribbon with our children present. So prepare your children for that. If they'd like to come, it's certainly voluntary. We can't wait for that one. We're going to have our first ribbon cutting now, and we hope you enjoy it.